Guys, we're here with Isaiah, a new student of mine who joined recently just a couple months ago and has already revenued $48,600. Out of that, 26,000 has been profit.
I liked how like even when we first hopped on the phone, you were like, "Yo, let's meet up." You know, like a lot of people won't even do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So that alone like kind of spoke volume to me. I was like, "Word, this is a dope guy." You know, some people have their head up in the air, you know,
yeah,
and they come down. But I see that you're not like that, and I appreciate that, bro. Like
yeah.
that's really like coming from a genuine place. Like that's rare, bro. That's super rare.
Isaiah, how are you, brother?
How you doing, boss?
Doing
Everything good?
amazing. Doing amazing, bro. Glad to have you on here.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you having me on here.
Isaiah, I won't take too much of your time. I'm gonna ask you about 10 to 11 questions, maybe a little ones in between. But first and foremost, how does it feel to make the amount of money you've made from car rentals?
It's great. I mean, coming from like where I come from, like I'm not used to any of this. So to be able to grow in an industry that is new to me, but I also enjoy it, it's a blessing, bro. I can't be mad at it. I mean, I have my family I'm taking care of because of it, and hopefully I can build something for generations to come.
Well, love to hear that. So far, you've been basically broken out cars and getting other clients that you've known to basically either give you money to buy a car, get a car themselves. What have you been doing for rentals so far? And to
Yeah.
make this $26,000 you made in profit and to grows the 48,000. Because you rent out a lot of my cars, but you
Mhm.
also have a fleet of your own without really having, you haven't had to put any money except for the investment. You put into, buying our program to learn how to do it.
Yeah, so actually one of the main things that I picked up from like your course in general was one thing that you mentioned, and it was called networking. Network equals net worth. And I'm really, really, really huge on that because I truly do believe that the right person and the right information can really change your life. So that was huge for me. Like, because of that mindset, I've been able to connect with people who are in the industry as well, which is
Yeah.
another thing up in the course. And through that, and I've been able to broker out cars and find people along the way. Because the thing is, those people have their people. And then once you meet their people, now it just keeps continuing. It's like a domino effect. So networking has been really, really big for me. Like I just took out a Corvette C8 Stingray, a nice cherry red color.
No, we went out like what? The day after you got it? The day
Yeah,
after? How
literally,
many
yeah.
days? How many days did you had it before we went out?
Literally like 2, 3 days.
Crazy
And
story. You want to say that story? If you want to say it, you have to say it quick though, because it's kind of long.
now, oh, that day, yeah.
You
So
want to say the
basically,
story or not?
yeah, 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 let's say it. So
You
basically,
got to make it quick though, because
yeah, yeah. So basically, we went out, we ran across each other in Futago, one of the best Wagyu spots if you don't know. And yeah, we ended up popping out, but I ended up losing my jacket, lost my keys in the jacket, had to tow the car. But in the end, I had a copy, everything I resolved. So it was good in the end. So
I don't
yeah.
think that was very clear. So I'm gonna explain it from my point of view. So
Yeah.
I was actually sick. Like I was actually very, very, very sick, and I just started to feel better. And I had some guests in town that I had to just kind of do some kind of business with and network a bit. So I took like four Tylenols and just went out. We had dinner at one of my favorite restaurants, and you were there, and you pulled up like, "Yo, is that Ethan?" You were leaving, you like heard me, and I saw you. I'm like, "Yo, bro, let's go out tonight. I have to go out with these guys." It was like the second time we hang out in person, is it?
Yep.
So we went ahead, ended up going out. Obviously, you showed me the new car. You were super excited. It was so much fun. And this was the second spot. So we went out to three or four different spots that night. This
It
is
was
the
like, yeah.
spot we're in. I guess you put your jacket down and then your keys were in there. And what probably happened is somebody mistook their jacket for yours and took it. And then we ended up having to tow the car out. But you didn't let that ruin our night. You just got in the SF90 with me and went to the next club and had a good time. So, bro,
That's
it
all
just shows a lot of your character because like most people would have let that ruin your night. You kind of, the way that I see it, right? You kind of just saw that what was happening and you said, okay, well, this is my second time hanging out with Ethan. I've made $48,600 and profited $26,000 in this. I already paid him for his program. I want to go into him. I'm gonna just make the best of it and stay and hang out with these guys because that's what you want to do. Like obviously, we already spoken before off camera about your upbringing and your surroundings, and I think you just said to in yourself in that moment, I'm gonna make the best of it, and I'm gonna go ahead and just do what needs to be done, and just go ahead and hang out to grow my relationship with these people. And bro, one of my favorite things about you is how nice of a guy you are. Like you're always smiling. Like if I'm having a bad day and I see you, like look at this smile, and I see you, it just like automatically makes me want to be happy. You know, it's a contagious energy, bro. And don't ever lose that, because what a lot of people don't understand is like you can learn how to make money, but you have to have the right mindset and the right attitude, right?
Yeah.
You can't teach anybody how to be responsible, a good person, or likable. Those are things that, you kind of could learn, but you have to want to be, you know?
Yeah. It's
But that's
got
basically what happened. You ended up making the best of it. And, here we are. You're still making money. I'm pretty sure these numbers, they have to get updated because you gave me these numbers a couple days ago.
yeah.
And maybe we'll change that up a little later. But for the second question is, why did you choose to get into exotic car rentals?
So for me, it kind of happened by chance. I'm not gonna lie. So I had met somebody. I was literally going to get some food from
Mhm.
like somewhere literally 5 minutes from my house, and I had came across an old friend of mine, and then that old friend came across another friend, and that person was the one that kind of introduced me to it. He was
Mhm.
already he had a S500 that 2023 S500 that I ended up buying off him, and now I rent out.
Mhm.
Um, so it
So
kind
how
of
many cars do you own right now?
right now I have four. So I have a Maybach,
Mhm.
there is. I have a Corvette, the C8 that I just got, and then I have the S500. So I have
And
four.
obviously, as a member, you also have access to all of my cars, which
Exactly. Yeah.
you just made,
Exactly.
what was it, $400?
Yeah, like $400 off the color
You
in the
made
year.
400
So
of the
that,
client, and you didn't do anything. You didn't
yeah,
do
literally,
nothing. All you
literally.
did was text the team, and they literally like, it's insane. How, this is not even a question, but I find this insane because I basically made my whole system, my whole program to work so perfect for you guys, where you kind of like own my business, my
Yeah,
car, my
it's a good
system,
structure. It's a
my
good structure.
employees. Like they give white glove service, white glove delivery to all of your clients, and they don't show up as Corsa or Ethan Duran. They show up as Isaiah and Victory Lap Rentals, you know?
Mhm.
And then like we don't even like we have the client's information for insurance and verification purposes, but we've never once texted that client, reached out to the client. He has no idea who we are. He only knows Isaiah. And that client is probably making you at least what 40,000 a year alone.
Yeah.
Thank you for a year. It's crazy because the average client will rent at the very least 2 times to 3 times every single month. And that's if it's one day. Usually they'll rent out like for 3 days at a time. But saying they rent out just 3 days out of the whole month, that client essentially is making you about 50 grand to 60 grand every single year. It's pretty insane. And that's like a very conservative client. Like we have clients who rent out way more than that, in 3 days every week. So it's pretty insane. But that's not a question here, but how has been your experience working with us, learning everything from me, and like how has that been?
It's been great. I mean, you personally, on a personal level, like you're really tapped in, like I liked how like even when we first hopped on the phone, you were like, yo, let's meet up, like a lot of people won't even do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So that alone like kind of spoke volume to me. I was like, word, this is a dope guy. Some people have their head up in the air,
yeah,
and they come down. But I see that you're not like that. And I appreciate that, bro. Like
yeah.
that's really like coming from a genuine place. Like that's rare, bro. That's super rare. So the fact that you can do that, bro, it's amazing. And keep that up too, bro, because that's an amazing quality to have, bro.
I
So
feel like we get treated the way we treat others, right? Like
yeah,
I believe their first call we had to be rescheduled, and the way you handle it was like, okay, no problem, but no worries, I understand. And
yeah,
that made me want to meet you. So that's why when you said that and I saw it, I just called you directly and said, hey, bro, how about we meet in person at this time here? And you're like, yeah, but let's do that. And so it goes, that would have never happened if your response to that meeting having to be rescheduled wouldn't be the same. If you would have been like, okay, or like if you'd have been like, why? I said, well,
yeah,
whatever, right? But you were just like, oh, no problem. Like you went the extra mile to say, hey, it's okay, don't worry about it. Like whatever time works is fine. And that made me want to call you. So I will say I make a lot of effort into having you guys succeed and having every resources you need to make it happen. Because obviously when I started, I didn't have access to my cars or anything. You either had to, bro, like do so much to get a rental company to let you rent out their cars, or you had to just go by your own, which is what I did. And I had to grow slowly, little by little, one by one. If if I were to have access to everything that I have right now, bro, easily to make a couple million, easy. So I just like think about what would have I wanted back then, and I try to give that to every single one of you guys, you know?
Now, yeah, I appreciate that, bro. For like, you make it really, really easy for us to just like, at that point, it's really just up to you to like, you have to put in your own legwork of finding the clients and really like, promoting,
Yeah,
and that's on you. But you have it. You basically, you're like, here are the resources. It's up to you to do what you do with it, and the
yeah.
ones that see opportunity are gonna take it.
Of course. I mean, at the end of the day, I make money with you guys. Like, I'm
Exactly.
only as successful as you guys. Like, when you're making, like right now, you've made, let's see, look over again. You've made 48,600 in revenue. You're probably spent 26,000. You have a lot of your cars, but you do rent out a lot of mine. I can't wait for that number to be millions, and I'm eating at least, hopefully, still, if you allow me, 20% of that, you know? Um,
Fine.
Okay, and that's kind of like what it is, bro. Like I think for me to become like where the person I want to be and make the money that I want to make, it won't happen with me alone. I can't do everything by myself. But if I help you be successful, if I help 10 more people be successful, and I just eat a little bit of your success by pulling my weight, giving you everything you need to go ahead and make that money, I think I can, make those dreams come true and, get to a lot of money, bro. It's insane to see that this is we have 23 out of our students so far. There's a ton more to be added still that I have to have interviews with. And we're already at 5.8 million generated. That's
Yeah.
insane, bro.
No,
Wild.
that's
But we're getting off track. I'm gonna go ahead and ask you the rest of these questions because I'm pretty sure everybody watching wants to know. Question number 4 is, how did you find out about me?
How did I find out about you? So I actually found out about you once I met that friend that I was telling you about.
Mhm.
Like I said, people have their people. So I
Yeah,
started meeting his friends. Along the way, I met somebody named Brandon. You know Brandon.
love
Um,
Brandon.
yeah. So I actually was with him one day, and you had called him, and literally he was like it was so crazy because like I had already kind of known about you through like Instagram. They told me like your name rings bells out here, bro, in a
Of
good
course,
way, in a good
of
way.
course.
So it's just crazy when that happened. We were like in the middle of that conversation, and you called him. You're like, "Yo, bro, I have a Rolls Royce. I think it was that Cullinan that you had. I think you just got it. I don't know." You're like, "Bro, I just got it." Da da. And you were just telling him basically like, "Yo, it's available." And that's kind of when I started, you know, kind of my curiosity got to me basically. I just wanted to like know who you were. Like I was like, it'd be dope to meet him one day, because I'm pretty sure he's not just where he's at on accident. There's a reason for it, and so that's more or less how I found out about you through my friend Brandon. Shout out Brandon, he's cool. Um, and yeah,
Here's the funny thing about that story, and this is going to be a very different type of interview because, as you've seen before and as you'll see in the future, all the interviews are just basically asking them their questions, their success, and their story without really adding too much of mine because I wanted them to take their own spotlight. But
yeah,
this is just funny. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna go ahead and add this. I'm gonna put a video right here. So I'm gonna pause this one and put a video right after I'm done saying this sentence, which is,
yeah.
I know exactly what conversation you're talking about because what
Mm,
had happened was I was in Miami and one of my new automation clients had joined their program. And when it came time to get the vehicle, he was a little bit, what's the word? He was a little bit unsure whether he wanted to pull through or not. So
yeah.
he ended up saying, "Hey, look, I want to buy this con, and here it is. But how realistic is it that you can actually get it rented out? Like it sounded all amazing, but now that I have to go ahead and buy this vehicle, it's kind of getting me a little scared. So
Mm,
what I did was I told him, look, here are all my cars, and I'm sold out. But I don't want you to just think about me. Like I had at that time, I think I had maybe 103, 104 cars. But I
mm,
don't want you to just think about just me. I'm sold out 104 vehicles. I'm going to go ahead and call 3 people and I'm going to give them an exclusive price where you'll be happy. And you'll
mm.
see that they will literally push it out with me. Working with me is really not even working with just me, it's working with the whole industry and every single one of my students. Every single one of you guys have access to my entire fleet, basically. So I'm going to put that video here, but I basically called Kashaw, Brandon, and I think Iffy. And bro, all 3 of them really had like the same reaction. It's like, Ethan, if you give it to me and like let me just have that exclusive price by myself for X amount of time, it's gonna be gone forever, bro. I promise. And I called Brandon Fishall and I think it was Iffy on speaker with him next to me, and he was like, bro, this is insane. Like, you just
Yeah.
the three people you call immediately, I'm like, yes, 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 let me get it ASAP. I want, but I literally have somebody ready for it right now. So this is gonna be the funniest interview ever, and probably the longest and the most interactive video ever. But
Yeah.
yeah, let's play that video right here, John. And let's let the people watch it. It's actually one that we're supposed to put on Supercar Income on Instagram. If you don't follow us there, make sure to follow us on there. And we never did. Now we don't have to because it's here. Unfortunately, we won't be able to put the video here due to copyright music. However, make sure to stay tuned to the end of the video. I have some extra footage for you guys because I actually ended up meeting up in person with Isaiah and a different student named Ronald. We had a great time, and a rental actually happened while we were outside having the time of our lives. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Watch it at the end. I hope you enjoy it, and let's continue with the interview. Question number 5. Did you know supercar rentals existed before finding out about me? I'll say yes, because you found out about that before me. What are your thoughts on like our relationship now, even though it's still brand new?
Yeah. Even though it's new, I feel like it's genuine. So I like that because I'm big on that. Big on energy. Big on doing business with people that you can, that you like, bro. Because that's what it is. People do business with people they like, straight up. So it's like the fact that we get along and we have we just hit it off right. That speaks volume to me. Like that's important to me because that I know we could work. We can actually make moves together down the line.
Okay, I like that. How much are you looking to make this year? So right now, revenue wise, you're at 48,600 and you're in 21st place in the ranking. That may change throughout the next 2 days, but where are you looking to be at the end of this year?
My goal, I want $1 million in my bank account. $1 million.
So you've generated 48,000. How much are you looking to generate this year?
$1 million.
$1 million. I think I'm not gonna lie, realistically, with the amount of time you've been doing this and the amount of money you've generated already, that's pretty easy. You really because like if you're doing this, all it takes is a quick double for you to actually just double the amount you made. And you just got 2 new cars basically. So
ready, bro.
You have the Maybach, the C8.
Yeah, C8, red Urus. Urus, Maybach, S500, and the C8. Yeah.
And the C8. Out of those cars, do you have splits with them? Do you have partners or?
Yeah. So one thing that you mentioned to me that was really that the day we first met, you actually told me, and it's been still with me till this day. You told me decrease your liability, limit your liability. So the cars that I have are mine. Technically, they're under my management, but I do have splits with the investors. That way.
Grow that way too.
Yeah, and it's easier to go about it that way, and literally less liability on my end. As far as credit, I'm not maxed out on cars right now, so I'm waiting more down the line for when I want to get a really nice supercar, then I'll put it under my name. But right now, that's been working for me. So
Yeah, I mean, you have the power to really get all the data before going ahead and going fully on your own. But like I said, it's also beneficial to just partner up with somebody always because they got to do no work. They carry a little bit of liability, and then you carry none, but you have to do all the work. So everybody's kind of happy in that sense.
Exactly.
Number 8, what is your all-time goal in this business?
To grow, I want to scale it. That's my goal, and I want to automate it fully. I want to really, my focus is more just focusing on the relationships with the people that I do meet along the way, and the rest just having it automated and building something that I could pass down to my kids, really, because like nobody in my family personally has ever done something like what I'm doing, starting a business, where they're caught up in the regular 9 to 5 every day, and I want to be that person to change that. So that's my goal.
Love that, bro. That's deep. Question number 9, what has the income from supercars done for you?
It's been good. It's been great. I mean, I get to pop out with you.
Yeah.
Good, like
I guess you went out for free, really.
Yeah.
How much work per day in general have you put into making this happen so far?
A lot. Like before I even I would say like this year I'm taking it fully more serious, Even when I reached out to you, it was like I think around October last year. I didn't even really start it until like I think maybe close to November, December, like actually the actual course. So it took a while to really get focused, but now that I am focused, like this whole past year even, I was just peeping game from people that were around me and were already doing it.
Hmm.
So like I took that year to really like see what people are doing, where are they messing up, how can I not mess up like them? Because I
Hmm.
hear sometimes cars stolen, this and that. All these things could happen if you're not careful, right?
Correct.
So I just made sure that one year I just sat back. I didn't, I just peeped game, peep game. And now I'm ready. I feel like I'm comfortable enough to really take it on my own, and that's what I'm
Correct.
doing. So I'm excited to see where it takes me, honestly.
Yeah,
I'm really
actually, I got a question for you because I think today you are the first interview where you're actually a student and you decided to learn the business yourself. The other ones I've had today, I believe, they pay for automation. So if you don't know, you can work with us two ways. You can work with us passively. You can work with us by actually learning and being a partner. Why do you decide to learn and do everything yourself, creating your own business rather than not being involved? And just kind of making money on this on passively without having to do anything.
Because for me, I come from being like I started out working. So
Yeah.
all I do is work. Like, even when I was a kid, I was selling cookies to my family members type.
Hmm.
So like I've always been a like hustler working something. I don't believe in like, like I believe in delegation once you get to a
Hmm.
certain level, but I
Yeah.
do believe in putting in your own work as well. You got to be able to put in as much work as your workers, basically,
Yeah.
like I wouldn't ask anybody around me or on my team to do something that I wouldn't do myself. So I'm really big on that. Like if I tell somebody to do a drop off, best believe that I will do that drop off if nobody can do it. So I've just always
I
been
love
big,
that.
like, playing your role no matter what, and never getting like your head too high in the clouds where you feel like you can't do, like you're not gonna do nothing.
Yeah.
So I've always been big on that. And, even my parents always tell me work, 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 work. So I feel like it's already just programmed me, like no matter what, like even if I gotta get something done, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I
So
think it comes down to personality. I'm more of a get-in kind of guy, so if I had to start over and be in the other end, I would definitely just pay to learn and be in the
yeah,
business and then be the best in the business myself over just basically just letting somebody else run it. That's my
yeah,
personality. Some other people obviously are very busy. The guys that are giving you cars, they're very busy doing other stuff. So it really works for there for everybody, and it's just so much money to be made in this industry. I'm so happy to have you on there, Isaiah, bro. It's been amazing. Last question. How long do you see yourself doing supercar rentals for?
forever, forever. It's
Bro,
no,
it's like once you're in, you'll always make money. Like even if you decided to stop doing car rentals today,
Mhm.
how many times a month do you think your phone will still ring asking for a car and you'll still be easy as just, hey, this client needs this and we handle everything and you make the money? Or
Yeah,
you can even with anybody else. Like
exactly. It's
once
like
you're in, it's
a
forever.
money glitch. Yeah, it's like a money
Yeah.
glitch.
Like it's like I don't want like the only way you don't make money from car rentals after learning it and being in it is by simply like putting work to not do it.
Yeah, and
Because it
or
just
just
comes
not
in.
doing nothing, nothing. Period. Some people will literally like you can give two people the same amount of information. Somebody's gonna do something with it. Somebody's gonna stay right here in the same place.
Yeah,
So
good
like
point.
knowledge without application is nothing.
A
So
thousand percent.
I'm really big on that.
This new thing I created because monthly recurring revenue is very, very, very popular nowadays. That's what everybody wants. They want to do SaaS, software as a service. So I thought, listen, with car rentals, it's like was it RRC? Hold on, I wrote it somewhere here. Let me go ahead and find it, and then we can go ahead and end this because I know it's going long. Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Where is it? Oh man, can't find it. I wrote it down. Oh, here it is. RRC. So instead of MRR, monthly recurring revenue, we have RRC, rental recurring clients. Like literally clients that keep coming back for the rest of their lives because, we gave them that good service. Isaiah, it's been dope having you. Is there anything else you want to say to maybe anybody watching this video or maybe for your future self? Because this is the first of many interviews.
Yeah, I mean anybody that's in this industry and is just trying to do anything really, not even just this. It could be anything. Just stay consistent. Don't give up. Stay focused. Stay disciplined, because you might be 3 feet away from striking gold. So just keep going.
My guy, Isaiah, it's been amazing having you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
After we had interviews today, now we're having drinks, guys. Cheers. Cheers. Make some money together. Yo, we at the spot.
Yes,
Middle
sir.
of having drinks.
hookah, and we about to get a
Food,
client
I have to
right now.
eat. What are we stepping out here to do? What are you stepping out here to
30
do? I'm just
seconds.
here to record it.
30 seconds we stepping out just to meet a client while I'm taking hookah, while I'm drinking, having a good
I'm
time.
your mentor's your cameraman today.
Exactly.
That's
So,
crazy.
that's what's up, man. Shout out
That's
Ethan
crazy.
Duran.
Yo, hey, but the lineup is good. This is our student Ronald. Obviously, this is me right here. We got not the I forgot the name of it. And here we have.
Bro, nice to meet you, bro.
So, bro, are you buying me on camera?
Huh?
You buying me on camera? Yo, my boy.
Yo, what's good, Jay?
Can
What's good?
C8, let's go. Come on, this is what I'm talking about. Yo, what just happened?
We just secured a deal right now.
Red
Corvette
C8
going
out, and you about to
Wow.
book out Ronald's car too.
Wow, we was-
Yeah, let's go.
While we was out smoking hookah, drinking, having a good time, we still making money. Man.
And bro, we just had that interview today.
Exactly.
You met
Exactly.
another student making a bag.
Yep. And his GLE about to get rented because of us. You
Because
know?
of you.
Exactly. We all a
Because of
team.
you.
We all a team. You know, we all making money together. You already
Let's
know,
go, bro.